All right, everybody. So here, Rabies, and I'm back, and I'm again here with another sketchbook tour. This one's unfinished as well, but it takes me a very long time to finish them. So that's that. But I'm here to show you another one. This one I call it more of a scrap sketchbook, just because it wasn't initially a sketchbook. It was more of what was my note taking for one of my classes. I know it is very small, but the teacher gave us this so she could grade our stuff and things. But overall, I just didn't. I was gonna throw it out, but I was like, this is such a nice like size to draw in. I don't know if you guys ever get that, but there's that. And to scrap, just because I had to like, it's not a sketchbook. I had to glue stuff so I could draw things and it wouldn't bleed through pages. So now it's just a very chunky sketchbook. Now for the front, I didn't do much. I kind of just got I kind of just got random little drawings and whatever, taped them here and or just straight up painted on the cover. Not really any thought to it. I kind of just beat up, which it's kind of beat up, but I don't know. I like it. All right, so let's begin, I guess. So this sketchbook, I started it with just Benny and Florence. It might be like a little wonky, or I might just accidentally just get out of frame. But besides that, here's this one. For this one, I just went on with color pens. I wanted to try that medium again. It's been a long time, and at the same time, I feel like I don't really have patience for using color pencils. I don't. I just get frustrated or something. And then here's Benny and Florence again. And then what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, one thing is I remember in last sketchbook tour I mentioned that Florence had like dreadlocks, but they're not actually dreadlocks. I would, because you know how I had mentioned that they're animals that they were just like evolved to look like humans, but they're not humans. Yeah. So and then, well, how do I say this? Well, they're basically he just has a lot of mats on his hair. Why is that? Like, well, one of the main things besides probably not taking care of it is like the because you know how I mentioned that Benny and Florence are both like hide ends. Well, technically they are, but just different like types of species. Like this was more like for cold climates and stuff. So his first made more for like cold climates. In this thing, like I know usually like yeah, well yeah, animals. How do I say this? Well, I just decided, you know what? Since he's like in cold climates, he's just like so insulated, and like sometimes he produces more like oils and stuff like that, so it keeps it like so it keeps him warm. But in this like in this situation kind of thing, since Florin is not really like in the cold climate, it kind of messes with his fur, so he gets a lot of mats. But if he's like in the cold, he wouldn't really get as much mats. But that's that. What was that? Okay. Oh, and also you can't really see it here. It's just well, you see it on the other page. But Florence, he actually has a kid, and his name is Matsu. I feel like changing that name. I don't know why I named him like that, but sure, I guess. And well, actually, and then here's Benny because I had mentioned that they're both dating, but I think I had mentioned that Florence actually had a wife, but his wife died, and now he's just a single dad. And then Benny just came up out of nowhere, I guess. Yeah. And here's Matsu. And usually you don't see this version of him. You see more of this one. I actually like his design. But you're just gonna, yeah, you're just gonna see pretty much this just clamps just because in in like this whole little story thing, he's kind of like a side character. So and besides it's a kid, so there's not gonna be that much. But this is him. And then over here, I just imagined how he would look when he was older. And he has like the jaguar. I don't remember if it was jaguar or cheetah, like type of print. I think it was jaguar. Yeah. because Florian has them, just that over here I usually don't like draw those like the spots in with pencil, because as you can see I feel like it looks like weird or like muddy. I don't know. The same, well, freckles is like a 50-50, but here I did both just so like I could get like kind of like a glimpse. And then like Florent, yeah. So he still has matches that he kind of decorated them with like little wires and stuff. Just that he's not full of mats as Florence, just because Florence's wife is not. What is that noise? Hold up. All right, I don't know if you guys could hear that, but it was like a very squeaky noise. It's still going around. Now I don't know what it is. Kind of sounds like a bird. I hope just it doesn't get annoying. Or hopefully you can hear it through the camera. Hopefully. I was saying, Florence's wife is more like a kind of like Benny, not made specifically for like cold climate. So that's why his hair is kind of like in between. Like he got like a mixture of both hairs. So yeah. And it wasn't like, well, he could fix his matted hair, but I feel like Florence doesn't really care, and he at the same time likes his matted fur. So that's that too. Very nice. Oh, and then over here, I went on to design how Matsu would look in his hidden form. I just real quick sketch about it. Now, at the same time, this is kind of like adult as well, just because when they're like smaller, like the hidens and stuff like that, they are like really like any of them. They can't really shift when they're younger. Like they kind of have to learn it in a way by themselves, if that makes sense. So yeah. Oh, look, and then over here we move on, and now it's just Red and Benny, and they're just messing around. No, I don't know what to say about this one, just because like I was just drawing for fun, and I was just like drawing whatever came up in my Pinterest feed, just to pass time. And then here's Red again. I didn't finish this other part. I got too bored. And here he is. What can I tell you? Okay, so this is supposed to be an ivy bag, and I know they're supposed to be like way like above like your head point or whatever, but in this case, like I know, right? I know he looks like Benny and Florence, right? Like they look more domestic, but he's supposed to be more like on the wild side, just that he shapeshift, and he kind of shapeshifts to look more like, I guess, like human like over here and stuff like that. But he does have whiskers. Now Benny, as I mentioned, he doesn't have whiskers, but nor does Florence. But Benny likes to like, I guess, like at them, kind of like when people put on wigs, but he just like glues whiskers like on top of his eyebrows. Yeah. I think it's funny, but yeah. But since he's like a wild animal and stuff like that, they don't really care. They're just like, oh, you can, like, they don't really. They should. I feel like they should care, just because like what they use them for and stuff like that. But they're just like, oh, whatever. Like, don't waste their resource, or like if they make it through this, like just like, I guess, survival of the fittest. They don't want to put like that much money or like things like that. So he's supposed to be like recovering still, like let's just say in a hospital bed or whatever. But instead he's just walking around with like his IV bag stuck on his arm, and that's that. Oh, and then over here, I decided to draw Bennett. I don't know why lately I've been mixing them up between Bennett, Becky, and well, not Benny, right? But between Becky and Bennett. But this is Bennett. And then here I've been, yeah, lately I've been like trying to like not. I've been messing around with like the glasses, because you know how they shapeshift. So it's like sometimes I'm like, well, I don't think I drew it here, but I'm like, do I want them like regular glasses? Like, you know how like they have the leg, like since they shapeshift and stuff. I'm like, what if I just do like a little clippy here, and then like this is just like a chain. So when Bennett like shifts or whatever, like they're still on, like they don't struggle to stay up. So that's what I've been messing around. Although lately I feel like I like this idea more of the little chain, but sometimes I'm like, I kind of want like the intimidating factor, and I feel like with like the leg, like the glasses with the legs, like is it better off? But I'm like, no, I think I can still make this look a little intimidating. I don't have something near me right now to show you, but yeah. And then over here is just Benny and Becky. They're just talking. There's not really like any like lore or anything like behind these drawings. So I was just like doodling and stuff like that. And I guess I'm just telling you like how I've been doing. Yeah. And then over here I drew the three triplets. Here's Bennett, Becky. I don't even know how I'm confusing them. Like this one has this one has red glasses or shades, or whatever. And here's Becky, and then Benny. And then over here I drew Becky. Now with this one I was experimenting because I was like, what if I start like painting? But for some reason, like everything just turned like a. Well, I don't know. Yeah, you don't that. I don't think you can really tell in the camera, but yeah, you can't really tell. But when I was painting, it was fine. I was drawing fine. But then when it completely dried, I think like it took all the color from the construction paper and like soaked it up. So now everything's very pink. Well, it doesn't really look pink on camera, but it looks very pink. But still, very nice. And here's Becky. And then here's Becky at her work clothes, like with a little checkered bandana. Oh my god, I need to breathe. Yeah, very nice. Or maybe it's not. It's. I feel like it's more of this specific construction paper, just because this construction paper. Let me see if I can show you on camera. But it's like, oh wait, uh, it's more like they printed on the color onto the white paper, So that maybe it is, and it doesn't really show on camera, but this is very like bright or pigmented, and I feel like that's what happened in this case. But besides that, it's nice. The only thing I had trouble with was the acrylic paint. Actually, wait, let me. There we go. I've been using this white acrylic paint, and I don't know why, but every time it dries, or maybe I'm not letting it dry enough or what, but it gets very sticky. Besides glossy, I think it is glossy as well. Or maybe it's just the thing about glossy paint. I don't really use glossy paint, but like it just like it would be cold, and now it's trying to like trying to like open it, and it was all sticky and stuff. However, it didn't really do any damage. It just has like these little things. I don't know where it got the green from. No, I was gonna say maybe it's the other page, but there's no green. And there is green in the other page, but it's not the same shade of green. I don't know if you guys can see. It's more like a dark green. Oh, hold up. Oh. But yeah, I kind of ripped some of the paint off, but not. It really didn't do any damage. The only reason. Oh my god, I can't even tell. Okay, so I ended up fixing it just by putting like, I was gonna say Mod Podge, but I didn't even use Mod Podge because I didn't have that. I kind of just sealed it with glue, called it a day. It worked, and it's not sticky or anything. So yeah, just that my glue kind of gets reactivated with water, so I don't think that'll be a problem either way. Yeah. And then this was this is I guess a speed paint I had done like a week, 2 ago. Yeah. This one, the paint job I guess did a lot better than this one, but at the same time, almost all the paint I'm using is expired besides this tube of paint because I just bought it. But still, I wouldn't buy it again just because it's sticky for some reason, or maybe it's expired as well. Why is all my paint expired? Oh well. But yeah, I really like this one. Yeah, some of the proportions might be off or might look a little funny, but I don't really draw chubby people at all. And yeah, I don't think this is the only chubby character. Well, no, I do have chubby characters, but not as chubby as this. You know what I mean? Well, actually, I don't even think the others would be considered chubby now that I think about it. But still, I really like this one. Here's Truffles. What can I say about Truffles? Now, he was supposed to be drinking wine in this picture, but it ended up being blood. Why? Why is that? I don't know. I guess I just felt like it as well. I don't know. Sometimes like I'm just coloring or drawing, and I just do what I feel like doing. No, I don't know. I guess I just have free will. But I don't. I really like. I don't think it catches. No, I think it does catches it good on camera. But I like how like matted or like flat the colors look. I don't know. I don't know what I'm exactly trying to say, but yeah, there's that. Oh, look at him! Did you hear me? This little tail. I feel like this looks a little wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't look like the pants or like his legs go with him. I don't know how to explain that. But besides that, it's very nice. I like to just stare at it. Here's the other one from the speed paint as well. It was like I kind of was thinking like of a date kind of thing. So I was like, oh, like let's do it interactively. I think my favorite part about this was probably these tickets. They're very nice. I did them with paint markers. Surprisingly, those are not expired, but maybe that's why it turned out this good. I don't know. I really like them. I don't know how to. I don't know what to do. Oh, the back is there's nothing in the back, by the way. It's just empty or blank. Yeah, and then I just keep them here. Now I feel like I did a lot of work to just hide them in here, but that's fine. I guess I could just because I could have. No, I don't think I would have glued them. But there's that. Just that for this one, I kind of got tired of working on them by the time I got to this because I usually don't like working on art for more than like 1 hour, and I did this like in one sitting, this one and this one, and it was already literally like 3 hours, and I was like, no. But I was gonna do like because you know how this is like the type of stickers that they kind of rip this off, so I was gonna do like little holes so you could rip it off, but that's that. And this one, I feel like maybe it could have been way better if I added a few more layers, but I was kind of frustrated already. And these are the little flowers I did. If you guys are interested on how I did these flowers, I guess you can comment if you want a video on how I made these. And if you don't feel like commenting, you can just like the video. Well, no, because if you like the video, I don't know. Oh well. So here's this one. This one I kind of added more different little paper stuff and like a little star. But this one is just Lindagu going on a date with Warrior. What else can I wait. Let me gather my thoughts. Well, I guess there's not really much to say. It was just Warrior, no, Lindagu and Warrior were dating, but Lindagu was kind of an ass and a workaholic. So he was dating, but it was like almost like he was in there and he was like, damn, I didn't even take you on a date. We just dated, So I think he was like, let me just do something nice. And he did something nice. That's pretty much it. And then over here, I just drew, I guess, the whole gang. Well, not the whole gang, but the whole gang of these guys. Because, like, everybody's, like, separated to, like, a set. I don't know. But here's Fernando, and then there's Red, Radiant, Benny, Fernando, Diamante, and then Esmeralda and Carla. Now, I hit the microphone, hopefully. Oh, well. Who cares? Now, for this one, I was trying, and then halfway, I kind of got impatient, mainly because all my media is like, this was supposed to be paint markers as well. But I guess my paint markers expired midway or something because they just started working like regular marker. Like, like it wasn't doing this one too. I guess it just stopped working, and I was like, you know what? Whatever. And then I was just grabbing like whatever color I needed or color pencil. I don't know because I had it like just at my desk, and I was like, whatever it is. So it's kind of like it's colored like a child did it because I have no patience. But besides that, I still like it. I think. And they're all just chilling. And then since like Fernando like got all the like the little family, the little flock, whatever, he's like the leader, so he has like these gold ones. That's why he has them. And then these two as well. And then Red has them, but they're just like aluminum? No, like silver. Yeah, silver, that's the word. They're just silver because he's just like he kind of But he takes care of things, but when he's out, but he doesn't like boss around or anything, you know? It's just like a backup kind of. And then here I did a Guardian. For this one, I wasn't being, well, not necessarily lazy. I just wanted to do like a simple pen sketch or drawing. Like, not that, just felt like drawing. So here's just him. And since Guardian has like a split mouth, that's why he has like, well, I think I already said that and it's obvious, but I don't know. I like that he has a little white neck. I don't know. And there he's him. This one was supposed to be showing him like opening like his own mouth, but it didn't really happen just because I put it like kind of like in between the notebook or like the folding, so it was kind of difficult. But still looks. Well, you can't even tell what he's doing. It just looks like his head is against his cheek or whatever. And then here he is again. And then here's like his little chibi version. I like how I draw the chibis. He just looks so grumpy. And then here's this animal thing, just because I haven't drawn like a worthy dragon in a long time. But maybe next video I'll draw one, just because I feel like redesigning them a bit, or not necessarily redesigning them, but like drawing them out, just because I have drawings of like the worthy were dragon, but they're old. I mean, they're still pretty accurate, but I feel like I could do better now. And at the same time, they're very complicated. I don't know how it's not even animated friendly. Like oh my god, I'm just gonna die. Oh, and then here for the next one is just Bravient. This one I was working on it like 2 days ago, and then I messed up his face, and then I tried to fix it by ripping the paper and drying it again, but I failed again. So there's that. But it's just Bravient. It's been, I don't know, maybe, well, this was kind of like my warm up, so he looks a little wonky, but he looks good here. I think a bit, a little crooked, but he still looks good. So this was a warm up for the animation that I'm making, which might take a while just because I realized too late. Like, I would think I was already like 10 seconds in to the making. And then I was like, hold up, why is this taking so long? And then I realized that I did 24 frames per second instead of 12. And then it was too late to fix that. Well, it wasn't too late, but maybe I could have fixed it, but it was going to take a long time to go back to those 10. It was a whole mess. So that's that. And that's pretty much it for now. I guess I'll do a part 2 when I finished all this other part. But for now, it was just that. And yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this short. Well, it's already going to be like 24 or 23 minutes, but I hope you guys enjoyed it.